Hey rookies, what's up? Welcome to this edition of the Bourbon Rookie, where I am on take number 5 for this video, just because I'm whacked out today and I am rambling, or I kind of fly off the cuff on the show. I do everything off the top of my head. I don't have notes and stuff like that. So I had already done almost 20 minutes of video and I just scrapped it because I just was disgusted with myself. This video is supposed to be a presentation of the Sagamore Spirit 8-year rye right here. I love the Sagamore Spirit products, starting with their base whiskey, which is like what, 30 to 40 bucks, and it's probably around 83 proof, something like that. Great everyday sipper, sweet, good for a beginner. I have the sherry finish, which is not on the table, like that. I like the double oak. Double oak's probably my favorite. And so I've been sitting on these two guys. I also have this one, which is the cast strength. So what I'd already done, and as you can see, my glasses are poured. I basically wanted this video to profile the 8-year, and then I got into the cast strength. And so what I can tell you, and getting back into this, and part of the reason why I did scrap my previous 20 minutes segment was because initially when I opened this, I didn't really care for it. And especially head to head with the 8-year. The 8-year, let me go backwards. The 8-year came back, was a release earlier in this year for spring. It's been all over YouTube. I've had this bottle for a few months. I've been kind of sitting on it, and I decided coming into the holidays, let me get into the Sagamore Spirit thing. I've done a quick 3-minute review of the double oak. I've done a couple other Sag spirits, so I wanted to give it some time before I got back into some of the other products that they have to offer. So this guy came out in the spring. It's 111.4 proof. There's no real mash bill. These are all sourced MGP, because they're bottled in Indiana, and they're not straights. They're not straight whiskeys. I don't think Sag has their own yet. I know Widow Jane's working on theirs. So with that, this guy, if you read the back of the bottle, they give you a nice description of what you're supposed to taste on your palate with this. You're supposed to get dried cherry, clove, vanilla on the nose. You're supposed to also get on the palate candied ginger, sweet orange, and molasses. Has anybody had molasses unsweetened? It tastes like garbage. And sweetened, I mean, I don't know why people like the molasses profile when they use it as a description, but molasses is like, especially unsweetened molasses, is dog meat. It's very good for you, but it's awful. So what I got on this was the opposite. Okay, on the nose, I got everything I was supposed to get on the palate. On the nose, I got, and still get, a medicinal cherry, a little bit of a creme brulee caramel thing, and very, I don't get any, surprisingly enough, I don't get any oak on this guy, on the nose. I'm not getting any real ethanol going up through the sinuses. And on the palate, cheers. On the palate, I'm getting what I'm getting supposed to get on the nose. I'm getting the clove, the fruit, dark cherry, medicinal cherry. I'm getting that smoky vanilla, and I'm getting like that nice little oak presence from here down. And because I've already done this, I've done 20 minutes, and I chucked that video. I'm not feeling it as much. The first couple sips, you can really get that nice little long oak finish going down throat and give you that nice whiskey hug right here. Now, getting back to what I was saying earlier, I chucked the video because this guy, the cast strength, it's got to open up. It's got to open up because it's already a lot different 30 minutes later, 40 minutes later, after I had already opened it. It's different. Now, again, this is aged 8 years, obviously. I'm not sure how long it's aged. What it's saying is it's blended with ryes that are aged from 4 to 7 years. And that the 7 year that they're using in here is influencing the overall profile of the rye. And you're getting on this guy deeper chocolate, hazelnut, molasses characteristics. All right, and whatever the 4-year rye that they use is supposed to be giving you citrus and balanced spice. Now, this guy is a lot bolder. There's a lot more powerful flavors in here. There's a lot more going on. It's very complex. There's also a bitterness to this. So, I'm not getting a nose on the description here. I'm getting an overall experience. I'm getting exactly what they're describing on here. I'm getting dark chocolate. Okay? But what's getting me here that is still prevalent on the nose, which still kind of turns the stomach for me. It's not my favorite thing. When you hear people reviewing a whiskey and they say it's dank or you're getting a wet basement, it's almost, on here, it's almost like a grape note, right? Because of that cask finish. There's a sourness to it, a bitterness to it, like a dark chocolate, like a sour grape. You ever have a sour fruit, sour grape? Sour grape could either be unripened or overripe, almost bad. And you kind of ate it and went, ugh. There's a hint to that in this on the nose. And it kind of gets me a little bit down here. And I don't like that. I'm not going to lie, I don't like it. However, and cheers. Sorry about the watch noise. It opened up. So I had to trash that 20-minute video. There's a dark chocolate creaminess. There's a creaminess that once this aerated and opened up, there's a creaminess that entered this that made this so much better. Yes, there's a dark chocolate. I'm getting a dark chocolate. I'm getting a little bit of I'm getting the hazelnut. As long as I'm not doing the nose on this, I'm getting a different profile on the nose than I'm getting in the palate. So, This guy is bolder. It opens up the sinuses. You got more ethanol, alcohol in this. Even after it aerated and opened up, I'm still getting more of the whiskey hug on this. There's a lot more complexity here. It's dark chocolate. It's bold. You know, if you had like a steak dinner with mashed potatoes and you had like a nice, whatever, asparagus, or you had some, whatever your vegetable of choice would be for this, like some grilled squash, but that heavy steak, this would be a great after steak, after dinner rye to have. It's just, there's a lot of spice. There's a lot going on here, a lot of complexity. And you've got to really be a seasoned whiskey. I keep saying whiskey. Rye whiskey. You've got to be like a seasoned, you've got to really like complexity in your bourbons, your rye, to appreciate this. And I'm kind of, now that it's aerated, I appreciate this a lot more than I did originally. All right. I'm vibing more with this guy, just because it's this. There's, when you go from this to this, no. When you go from this to this, yes. It's more subtle. Obviously less oaky, even for an 8-year. It's got the 1-year age statement on here. Now again, if this has 4-year aged and 7-year aged bourbons and you're blending them together, does that really, do you have to go with the median? Do you have to really go in the middle there and say, all right, you're really at 5.5 on your age statement? I don't really know. I don't really get how that works. I am a rookie, hence the name of the channel, Bourbon Rookie. But this guy supposedly, you know, all these whiskeys or ryes were aged 8 years and blended. So this is like $70. I think I got this for roughly around 70. This I got for about 80. I like this more. I think this would be a better gift for a beginner and overall for somebody that to the beginner to the average drinker. If you are a Scotch guy and you like malty, you like peaty, you like dark chocolate, this could be a good comparable thing to buy for somebody who is a Scotch drinker. They might really like that. And I'm not saying I hate it, but I definitely do prefer the $80. Would I buy this one again? Yes. Would I buy this one again? No. Just because, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's actually good. It's just something that, for me, when you've got these other choices in my flavor, my palate, my flavor profile, I would probably, this is my favorite of the line so far. I mean, I haven't had the bottled in bond, so I can't tell you about that, and I haven't had the port finish. This beats out to me the sherry finish, and they're all roughly around the same price point when you get past their entry level rye. They're all roughly around the same price point, so I would buy that one again at the $80 price point, definitely for sure. Now, am I going to give up on this guy? No, but what I'm saying, I was ready to. In my earlier entry that I trashed, I was kind of saying I didn't like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm saying I do like it, but I'm gravitating toward this, if that makes any kind of sense. And I'm not going to give up on this. I'm going to use it because over to my left, I got these online, and I was able to find somebody to ship these out to me. And I was very excited to get this. This is the Bardstown Origin Series. This is basically their bottled in bond. Very hard to find in my area. And to find a distributor that would ship this to me, you know, there's not a lot of distributors that will ship to New York. Sorry about that. So I was very happy to get this. and I got it at a good price point. And I'll give a shout out. I got it through Amex, a place called B21. And I guess this shipped out from Orlando. Don't know much about the company. But if you're in Long Island and you have a hard time getting certain things that you're looking for, give them a shot, because I got like $21 off if I spent over $100 on Amex. Amex is going to give me a $21 credit. Can't beat it. Not only that, I paid probably a lot cheaper than I would get this for in New York, or maybe comparable. I don't know. I know for sure the rare breed in my area is about $60, and I got this for $48 through them. But I'm excited about the Maker's Mark. I've been on a Maker's Mark kick. Some of my prior reviews have been revisiting Maker's Mark. This is the Maker's Mark cask strength at 110 proof. So I don't know if this is going to pair well against this. Let's see. You can obviously see a difference in color. This is a lot more chocolate. This is a rye next to obviously a wheated whiskey. I would venture to say I would probably be able to differentiate the two. But let's see. I'm not going to give up on this guy just yet. And B21 gives me nothing for the shout out. I'm just letting you know why these are on the tabletop. So, and that's going to do it. If you're out shopping for your special somebody, friends, family, whoever it is, and you're looking for something that, you don't know what to get somebody, right? If you know somebody, obviously everybody buys somebody booze, for the holidays. Booze is I'm buying people booze for the holidays. I don't necessarily know what they like to drink. However, now that I've been watching with other whiskey channels, and getting an idea of what's out on the market, and you want to get this particular person, you want to give them a new experience, then any one of these two are right around the same price point at about $60 to $70, and this guy is anywhere from $70 to $80. If you're looking to spend or give somebody a high-end alcohol whiskey that they haven't tried, and you see this in your local store, definitely give it a shot. Definitely give it a shot. If you're on Long Island and you are looking for particular items, and you can't find what you're looking for, give this B21 a shot. The only Origin series that I was able to find for the Bardstown was the white label, which is 96 proof. And that's part of their Origin series. And this is the other part of their Origin series other than the rye. I did a review on the rye earlier in the year. And not to bore you guys because I'm going on 18 minutes, but also, cigars. I did a video on the VSG, the Ashton VSG combo. If you know somebody who likes cigars, get them the VSG sampler. It's a great sampler for $60, $60, $65, depending upon where you're at online or depending upon where you're at in the country. It is overall a great cigar, 5-packer sampler. It's just a sampler of each size of the VSG. If you have a cigar smoker in your life, get them that. If I got that, I would love it. If I got anything here that's on the table, I would love it. This would be my least favorite on the table. Again, not saying it's bad, but this is for a particular type of whiskey, rye, even Scotch drinker on ice would probably love this. I like everything neat. Ice it's got to be something. And again, I like everything neat. So I like to experience all the flavors. And if I'm going to put ice in something, it's going to dilute the flavor. And very rarely does it ever open up flavors on anything for me, other than if I'm drinking Japanese whiskey. That's the only time I've ever had a whiskey on ice that I felt that it opened the flavors up. And if you're watching this video and you've got experience with whiskey, then you can give me recommendations in the comment section and let me know. I said I was going to make a shorter video and I didn't. This is over 20 minutes. Guys, stay frosty, stay tuned. We will see you next time on the Bourbon Rookie. Take care, guys. We're gearing up for the holidays. Christmas is almost upon us. Can you fucking believe it? I can.